Welcome back to Willis SNES. It is the podcast where we play every Super Nintendo game, and we rank it against each other. Rank it against every other Super Nintendo game, but we don't get to choose what game we play. We spin a randomizer wheel, and sometimes we get fun games, and sometimes we get really horrible games.
We also judge each other's list as we're ranking them independently.
So, Josh, this is Season 8.
Yep.
We said last week it was Episode 5. It might have been Episode 4 when I go back. So, we're going to stick for the continuity.
Hang on. Where's my Reach for the Stars notebook?
I don't know. I don't know where it's at.
Because that has all my stuff in there.
Well, we are either at Episode 6, which we will say, or possibly Episode 7.
Yep.
I do not think I touched your Go for the Stars at all here, Josh. We didn't leave it back in the...
I don't know. I may have put it in there.
Alright, well...
We'll find it. But that's the true marker, because I know everything on there.
So, we are possibly Episode...
86.
Maybe 85 when we go back and look.
We'll figure it out.
This week, we drew a game called Super High Impact, which you're like, what in the shit is Super High Impact? I couldn't tell you. If you see the cover of the box, you figure it out, but it's just regular ass Super High Impact.
Yep.
So is it High Impact and they just put Super because it's Super Nintendo?
Probably.
I don't think so, because I do think this is on Sega as well. Not a lot of information when I was looking at Super High Impact, just throwing that one out there. In the vast Super Nintendo knowledge out there, Super High Impact was not very celebrated.
Okay.
It wasn't like it was hated. There's plenty of like YouTube videos you can go watch, but not really a whole lot of stuff just to read about.
Yeah.
So, with all this being said, do you want to hear what the back of the box says, Josh?
Yeah, give it to me.
Super High Impact. This isn't just football. It's super high impact. It's all the fast-paced action of the bone-crunching arcade smash. Quick action play selections get you into any action before you can say, wicked hit. Choose from 18 hard-charging teams and over 30 plays. From a Red Dog Blitz to Never Say Die Superfly. Your toast and your hit-o-meter rates your tackle. Your toast if the hit-o-meter rates your tackle dweeb. That's kind of hard to read. There's a lot of air quotes in there. But you can settle the score the old-fashioned way with an all-out team brawl. When you're tired of watching football from the sidelines, get to the button-pounding arcade action of Super High Impact. So just to kind of put that, it says in-your-face arcade action. So, it was an arcade. There's an arcade cabinet on the back of the box.
Yeah.
So, the arcade was Midway. So, it was developed and published by Acclaim and Beam Software. Like I say, Midway did everything on the arcade.
Yeah, I was about to say, I remember playing their Midway Hydro Sports Thunder. That was a fun one.
So, this game was released in June of 1993. And which I would say I would have probably been in the height of my Super Nintendo playing during that time, and I had no idea that this game
Never heard
existed.
of it.
I guess to follow up here, it's a football game, so we'll talk about the plot.
American football,
not a beautiful game. It's a bone-crunching game. So it is basically football. I guess you could... I don't know what year NFL Blitz came out. I'll imagine this is a precursor to NFL Blitz.
That's exactly what I was going to say about it. It's Blitz before Blitz.
So if you kind of took, like, Hit the Ice, an early arcade game that's based... not necessarily just off winning a game, but also how you do it and fights and off the wall stuff. And then you take NFL Blitz, which I would say probably has did it the best of any other game. This is probably somewhere in the middle of that.
Yeah.
probably time-wise and quality-wise. But you basically are playing as a football team trying to beat another football team, but the gameplay itself and the scope of the game is the same, except you are throwing in catchphrases, cutscenes, helmets falling off,
shoulder pad explosions.
Yeah, you're getting a little more graphic. Kind of like if you were playing football and somebody scored a touchdown and taunting you, what you would want to do to them.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when your team's getting the break speed off of them, you wish one of your teammates or one of the people on your team would just knock the shit out of somebody. That's essentially what they're doing. Like I say, this was released on arcade. I'm pretty sure it was on Sega. But every time I looked it up, it kept trying to dump a lot of the arcade stuff on me, so I kind of cut ties with that. So I think it was on Sega Super, I know for sure, and arcade cabinet.
Okay.
I don't know, am I missing anything on the build-up of it, Josh?
No.
So, not gonna lie, it's a football game on Super Nintendo. So, even though it's a little different, spoiler alert, you're gonna have a lot of the same issues with the other sports games, even though this one's a little bit different.
Yep.
But without further ado, we will jump into the Make It. Josh, do you know what my number one Make It is?
Semi follows the fundamental rules of football.
I put it follows the fundamental rules of football, and what they don't follow is meant to not be followed.
Okay.
So it's not like, there'd be nothing worse than playing a basketball game and you shoot a 3-pointer and it don't give you 3 points. You're like, the game is fundamentally flawed because it doesn't understand the rules.
Yeah.
This understands the rules. The whole purpose is to be able to break some of those,
Yeah.
So that is one thing that
that you like.
I did like that.
Okay.
The startup I was a little indifferent on. It just kept swapping through a bunch of gruesome. It was just like a bunch of catchphrases. Yes, that's exactly it.
Yep. It was okay in the very beginning.
And the animations, maybe not necessarily the sprites. I thought the animations and the startup screens, the cutscenes, they were pretty good. For a 1993 Super Nintendo game,
wasn't bad.
I was okay. Now, I'll tell you, this was probably... I've not got a long laundry list to make some breaks on this game because it's pretty clear cut what's good and what's bad on it. This one I'm going to go out there and throw it as the third one, but this is probably the most impressive thing to me is that the voice was really good on there. There's so many Super Nintendo games that it's not because the Super Nintendo couldn't handle that. You made out, it was crisp. You made out what they said.
Crisp, clear, and it had that little, I don't want to say 90s twang to it, but it was you remember playing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle games?
Oh, yeah.
The radical, it had that little extra to it.
Well, it just kind of blows my mind when we play like Roger Clemens, where I think play ball.
Ball!
Yeah, that's the only words they could put out. And Roger Clemens probably wasn't too much older than this. And this was pretty well done as far as the voice. That's what impressed me most. So far, this is probably the best voice sounds that I've heard on the Super Nintendo of the other 85 games that we've played. There's been some that was okay, but these were pretty good. I like this. Now, mind you, they're not singing songs out there, and it's not every 5 minutes, and you get the same catchphrases over and over. But they did that part kind of well.
Yeah, that's it. And biggest thing was about those voices, like you said, crisp, clear. You can understand what they were. They honestly weren't annoying to me either, which is always one of the hardest things about voices and everything like that. I know modern day, I despise playing Madden. I love playing Madden, but I have to turn down the commentators because I despise Chris Collinsworth.
Now, another thing I got here. So you're playing a game that's, in my opinion, I know there's other games that are out there, but Sega had at the same time, they had Mutant League Football, Mutant League Hockey.
I love those.
And I know that Super Nintendo, even though I think you can play them on the Switch now, I know the Super Nintendo wasn't really going to bring those over.
No.
And to me, this was kind of like the Super Nintendo's version of something like that. So with all that being said, it's like, hey, what's one thing that you wish the football players would do that they can't do in real life?
Fight.
Freaking fight.
Fuck each other up.
Now, I wasn't really quite ready for the first fight I got in.
No,
It kind of fucked me up. And I ain't even going to say that I was really good at fighting in general.
Nope.
But it was just kind of cool to see a random fight fucking break out. You even look at regular Nintendo Blades of Steel and all that. What's so fun about that is you had good fight scenes. Now, I'm going to put good in air quotes on here, but at least you could fight. I don't know that there is another game on the Super Nintendo that is a football game that you can fight on.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because like you said, Blitz didn't come out until way later.
And the game's, I'm just going to say it's pretty ridiculous. It's meant to be ridiculous. If you're a football purist and you're grinding out yards and you got a spreadsheet and you're marking tendencies, this ain't going to be the game for you. But with that being said, I did put it's ridiculous in a good way.
Yeah.
Everywhere it tries to go over the top, it's over the top. And the moment
it done it in a fun way that wasn't too overburdensome and actually ruins the sport itself, I guess is a good way to put that too.
So, like the thing I'm like, this is pretty ridiculous. The first thing that came to my mind, the first thing that happened, I'm like, okay now. Is like, so I got stopped at the line of scrimmage and all of a sudden the damn dude just starts beating his chest like a damn gorilla.
Yeah.
Or after you knock somebody's shit off and they fumble it, the announcer comes on with a cutscene with the hit-o-meter trying to tell you how wicked your hit was.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I played this game for 40 straight hours, this would probably start getting old.
Yeah.
But I don't know that this is the type of game that was meant to be. And to be honest, another great thing is so you can play one person versus computer.
Mm-hmm.
You can play one person versus a second.
Yep.
Or you can play 1 and 2 versus the computer. So, especially if you have somebody that's really good at defense, somebody really good at offense. Or,
that'd be fantastic.
Able to couch co-op against the damn computer is pretty cool. I only got one more, Josh, and it's a small thing, but I think it kind of matters, is I like that the playbooks are more expanded.
Yep.
When you played Tecmo Bowl and I know Tecmo Bowl was like 4 or 6 different plays, and you were just cooked if somebody guessed your play.
Yeah.
Super Tecmo Bowl was probably 9 or 12.
I thought it was 8.
It may have been.
I think it was 8.
Super Tecmo Bowl, man.
I can't wait, buddy.
That's a fucking go.
Can't wait.
I don't know how I'm going to rank it with the other games. But, dude, Tecmo Bowl was great. Super Tecmo Bowl was fucking the shit.
We may even do that one side by side with the rules, with the classic rules of Tecmo Bowl.
You can't play with the certain players.
Yep, you can't be the Raiders because of Bo Jackson, right?
I think that was in the first Tecmo
Was that the first
It
one?
might be Barry Sanders in Super Tecmo Bowl.
I know Barry Sanders is in Super, so you
But
can't.
at the same time, everybody sleeps on, it's like you can't pick the Bears in regular Tecmo Bowl because Mike Singletary is a fucking god in that game, on top of Bo. Yeah. You had Bo on offense, and I think his counterpart was Singletary on defense.
See, I think people sleep on the Oilers in Super Tecmo Bowl because you have Earl Campbell.
Yeah. Now, having the extra playbooks, I do think matter. I don't know that it necessarily affected my gameplay a whole lot.
Oh, it did not affect my
But, especially if you're playing against somebody, how many times is somebody trying to peek at that controller peek?
We got to do the little...
So you just hit the button. I think in the later Tecmo Bowl games, you hold the button down and you can still move it. But this one, you can pick your play and just keep rotating it around.
Or do the whole thing where you do this little number where you're sitting there and then you do the quick turn to hold in.
Yeah, it'd be the...
Yeah.
And then it didn't matter. There's no way your friend could see it. They picked it. It'd be like, you son of a bitch, you fucking cheated.
Yeah, you cheating.
That's all I've got on the make it for super high impact.
That's why, you know what I used to tell whenever me and my friends and my cousins used to play Tecmo Bowl or Super Tecmo Bowl? Defense fits plays first.
Okay. You got anything left you want to talk about on it being good?
The only thing that I think you just slightly glossed over is, I probably know why you did, but I enjoyed it. I did like the emotes, I guess, or the celebrations, as they used to be called. Emotes is for the now generations.
Yeah,
I liked them. I thought they were funny. I didn't think they were too over the top or too ridiculous. So
there's some things like you say, hey, I can't grade a game on this because it was made in the 90s, so it's hard to beat them up. But this one I think kind of did have a reverse of when I played it. I could just sit there thinking like, oh my God, they're calling you a damn dweeb and shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is like bringing me all the way back to the night in a good way, But like a lot of times you'd be like, oh, that is outdated. Well, you can't beat up on a Super Nintendo game for the lingo, but like this one, it actually was.
It was
kind
fun.
of a blast of the past.
I was ready to get called a scrub or something like that. But yeah, no, that's all I got for the make it side.
Break it. I was kind of indifferent on the startup. It was kind of okay, but it was kind of bad too. Kind of weird. So I don't know. I can't make up my mind whether I liked it or not.
Yeah, to me, I'm very middle of the road.
And I got another one later on. I don't know if it's necessarily a good thing or bad thing. I put it as a bad thing, but it's really indifferent.
Yeah.
The sound itself in the game, I felt like wasn't real great. The music wasn't. And that's fine because, at
they
this
put all
time.
the money in the voice.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you'd rather have a catchphrase of somebody calling you a damn dweeb and a punk and a puke or whatever, and not necessarily the music. But, yeah, it was okay. I didn't put it was bad. It just wasn't really good.
Yeah.
I didn't think the controls were real great.
I despise the controls.
And it wasn't like the buttons weren't quite right. It just didn't feel quite right.
It didn't feel good.
And, I even got to call them clumsy. They were weird.
Yeah, they were off. They didn't feel natural at all.
And you kind of had the classic Tecmo Bowl style of it didn't matter how wide open your receiver was. They were going to catch you.
Yeah.
Like, they are going to rubber band to catch your ass. Now, there was plenty of times where I actually did the diagonal run like in Tecmo Bowl, and it would work a little bit.
You do the stupid Z's?
Yes, the zigzag. And I ain't going to say it worked like it does in Tecmo Bowl, but it was better than running straight. It at least made me feel like I was doing something. You know? I mean, what the fuck is a fat white guy like me going to do if I got a damn athlete running? Get the fuck out of the way. I'm going to run a damn zigzag too, just in case they're part alligator,
Part alligator.
That's what you're supposed to do. An alligator, right? You're supposed to run in a zigzag?
Alligators and moose.
Well, hopefully I don't run into either one of them. I have seen a few moose knuckles in my life. I don't know that I've seen a full-grown fucking moose. So, take that for what it's worth. I survived. There was no zigzagging. It was a straight line. The biggest part of the actual gameplay that I fucking despise, and maybe it ain't as bad when you get used to it. I didn't like it. I made my mind up. I wouldn't like it at all. And I sat here in the damn year of 2025 of our Lord and Savior and tell you I don't like it. That fucking kick meter was bullshit.
The kick meter was fucking terrible.
Like,
God.
You give me a kick meter, my typical kick meter, it's going to be... In modern day, you get an arrow and you get the power.
Yep, you get 2 button.
And even if...
3 button.
Yeah, even if you give me the golf where it's like click, click, click.
Yeah, 3 button.
I'm okay with that. Give me one where it's just the arrow. Like in this game, it could have been just fine with the arrow pointing back and forth. And the better your kicker is, the slower it moves.
Yep.
And I don't even know if I even care about the power. This one was weird. It looked like a football field vertically.
Yep.
It had 0 to 100 on it.
Yep.
And I don't know. I think I fucked up maybe one. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
I still don't understand it.
I don't understand it.
I still don't understand it.
I could hit a 30-yarder and then miss a fucking extra point because I had no fucking idea what was happening. That kick meter was the biggest. To me, that was the broken part of the game.
So I just started going for 2s.
And not to gloss over too, because you're gonna say, "Oh, these people got their helmets knocked off and stuff too." And it's not that I didn't put that in make it, and I didn't put that in break it either. It's that's what you're expecting with a game like this. If you're in a hockey game and they get in a fight, you expect them to throw their gloves off and stuff be on the ground. That's kind of how this game was. So I don't want to gloss over that.
Yeah, you went to a boxing ring and a hockey game broke out.
That's right. And This is one thing that I went with, and I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Me personally, I like playing defense more.
Yeah.
But so, like, what do you normally want to do on offense? You want to throw the bombs and all that,
or be a really good runner.
And I felt like I didn't have as much fun playing offense than I did defense, which was weird. Because there was several times I have an open receiver and he just missed it. And I felt a lot better when their open receiver just missed it.
My thing was the reason why I wasn't good at offense was the controllers. The way the controller laid out, the way it felt weird, felt off. My brain didn't compute and work that way. But the controller for me worked great on defense.
And to throw this on to defend it, because I felt like if I play a football game, I want to be offense more. And the only way I could think is why I like defense more is having the ball is typically you're the victim.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I like defense more, but I like to put the high scores up there and all that. Maybe if they didn't rubber band it to where your receivers always would get caught no matter how open they are.
Yeah.
It ain't saying like you get caught in like 20 yards, but like they would chase you down. If you threw a 90-yard bomb and nobody was around your guy and he caught it at the 40, you're getting caught. Like you're going to have to dodge guys before you get there.
Yeah, you're on
even if they're not even in the fucking screen.
Yeah.
So maybe that was the point to like to play defense so you could play more of the asserter than the victim.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know that I like playing a football game, that I don't really enjoy playing offense.
So one of my things is I'm weird. I actually like playing defense on our football games, especially whenever we were playing the Madden League that we done.
No country boys.
I think I was probably the best player in defense. Like, I would see your all's scores and you guys would have like 40, 50 points on each other. But all my games were always stuck into the low 20s because I'm a defensive person. But I like defense on here. I despise the offense. That's my biggest break is I despise the offense.
Yeah, and me too. It was fine. But it was like, oh, okay.
I scored more points on defense than I ever did on offense. I despise the offense. I just didn't like the way it worked or it was clunky or whatever it was. It just didn't jive with the brain.
And just to confirm, this game was on Super Nintendo, Sega, and Super Famicom.
Okay.
So I have a feeling that some of the sound issues would have probably been better on the Sega just because I feel like the Sega did that a little bit better.
It had more power or processing power.
So I've got one more break it. And it, once again, kind of nitpicky on it because in a game like this, you don't necessarily need it.
Yeah.
It's an unlicensed game. So now, at the end of the day, as a kid, I would love to be able to play as, well, like we mentioned, we're talking Tecmo Bowl. We're talking about Bo Jackson being a son of a bitch. Mike Singletary.
Being an asshole.
Yeah.
Barry Sanders.
So,
Earl Campbell.
And no fault to these guys. People probably hated or loved these people without knowing shit about them, just how good they were on the video game. Kind of feel like it would have been pretty cool, but at the same time, I'm okay with it not being licensed. I feel like you could give names like fucking...
Like in Roger Clemens?
Yes, like, Eddie
the Wizard.
Knuckle Duster. Or something like that, And at the same time, it wasn't the license part I don't think bothered me. I did not like the team names. So you had Oakland.
There was only one team name I liked out of all of them.
Was it Europa?
Europa.
I couldn't stand Europa. I can't remember what they were, but they were just like some bullshit fucking teams.
Europa was funny.
Give me Oakland, and Oakland was the right colors.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay. And then I will say the best logo I felt like was the LA one because it looked like the 1990s, like neon LA. But
now, out of that, which team did not belong there? Out of all of them, like Europa, of course, that one shouldn't have been there. But there was another one besides Europa. Did you notice it?
I probably will. I seen them today because it had been a minute. We've had a little bit of time between.
I had to replay it.
So I was like juicing it up a little bit, and then Allie wanted to go eat, and I feel like I'll know it as soon as you tell me.
So you had Oakland, you had LA. I even think you had Denver.
I think you might have had Vegas.
I think you had New York.
I know there's another. Was it you had Europa? I'm trying to think. There was another one that wasn't even a town.
Fucking Africa.
Africa, yeah.
That was a whole goddamn continent.
Felt a little racist, just say.
I know, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And I played as the team.
How did that make you feel?
They were all white.
It must have been South Africa.
Maybe. I don't know.
But you know, when I think of Africa, it's the Serengeti, the crocodiles getting the wildebeest.
The Congo.
The antelopes running, and a fucking white football player sprinting across the plains.
Dead sprint.
You know, and replace that part in the fucking Lion King of the Stampede with all the fucking football players running into the stadium, and that's
running over Mufasa.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Africa. I knew it because that was like the first one. And I was like, what?
I'm like, that doesn't belong here. And then you go through it. I'm like, okay, Europa, bit weird. You're a moon from Jupiter. Okay, I like it, but you two don't belong here.
I'm going to go ahead and call this a little bit more now that we're talking about it, because I forgot about fucking Africa. Okay, Europa. Okay, you had the European Football League. It didn't last very long. So, okay, during that time, you probably had that.
Did we have a Europa?
It wasn't called Europa. Hang on, I'm pulling this up right now.
Now I'm curious.
It was a European freaking football league. Now, it was like NFL Europe. Because I believe Andrew Luck's daddy is the one that
tried to start it. And all that good stuff.
I think NFL put him over that.
Yeah.
And I think that's where he learned a lot of stuff from football. And I guess he was really successful with it.
Okay. Then why did they cancel it?
Because they sucked compared to...
Well, I mean, yes, but...
I mean, when I tried football, I tried to pull up soccer.
You got European American football.
I'm going to put American football in Europe. European League of Football. And...
Was there Europa?
That's fucking 2020. That ain't right. I don't know what the fuck it was called. They had a goddamn league over there because I got football cards from it.
Let's see here. It's
the European League of Football is what the new one's coming up. It's ELF. That ain't it.
No. European American style football. See here, American style football.
I guess you know what? I'm a fucking idiot. It was called NFL Europe.
Was it NFL Europe?
Yes. There was some good people that played in it. This was in 91, 92, 95, 97. So, like, you had other countries like Canada, Germany, and stuff. And so, you know what? I'm okay with you calling it Europa because they had one. If you're going to give me another one, maybe you call it the damn Canadians because you got the CFL. But to call it fucking Africa, when has Africa played fucking American football? Am I insensitive to it? Are they?
Whoa! One of the best field goal kickers was from the Europe NFL.
Who was it? Janikowski or something?
Adam Vinatieri.
Vinatieri. I think Kurt Warner or somebody did a little fucking playing over there too.
Well, Adam Vinatieri came from the American, the
NFL Europe alumni include Brad Johnson, Kurt Warner, and Jake Delhomme. You know, well, I guess the more you know.
The more you know.
You ain't gonna learn shit about fucking legit damn reviews of Super Nintendo games, but you'll learn who the fuck played in NFL Europe. Where's that goddamn star? The more you know.
The more you know.
But yeah, the African one, that was so fucking weird.
Yeah, I'd say I died laughing. I did. The moment you load up and it's right there, I'm like, you don't belong here.
I'm like, is that racist? Because it felt fucking racist.
It felt racist, but it's not.
It's kind of like kids' cleats.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? This is exactly what I think a fucking Italian kid will look like, but I don't think this is right.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Like,
no.
And it gives that one poses like, fuck, I think that's racist. Fuck, that's how I would probably draw. Am I fucking racist? I'm like, fuck. You know?
I think it would have been more racist if the entire team was black, but it wasn't. They were white.
I don't know.
So I don't know.
I feel like at that point you wear it. You know, you got a fucking African team. You got one white guy. He's a fucking kicker or the punter.
Yeah, has to be.
So I don't know. I rest my grievances.
I do too.
On the break. You know, the game is different, but I would say I'm not going to say it's very vanilla by any mean, but there's not really a whole lot for me to go one way or another. You're getting an NFL Blitz style game
before
Blitz.
Yep,
and it's kind of what you expect.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can imagine what that game's like, I guess I give it a check mark for what it's saying it is. It is.
I give it a check mark for being probably one of the cornerstones to doing Blitz.
So we rest our cases on this.
Yeah.
I don't have a speed run, even though there's several YouTube videos saying that there's a fucking speed run of them doing it. It is
nothing official.
Let me double check it here.
Maybe one popped up today.
Nope. Not even on the fucking arcade cabinet. I think that kind of gauges the interest of this game.
It's because of the sports team in Africa.
It got canceled.
It got canceled.
Fucking 1993. As I had it pulled up on price charting in the price, I just clicked the fucking tab and closed it out. So let's pull it back up here. You know, I'm going to put this in the break it too. Super High Impact. What a horrible fucking
terrible name.
Why don't you Super High Impact Football? Okay.
Yeah.
Super High Impact.
Yeah.
Bad fucking name. I can't believe I missed that.
Yeah.
That's just it don't roll off the tongue. It doesn't feel right when I type it in.
You don't know what you're getting.
And if you said to somebody, if somebody
high.
says, hey, you think of what I'm thinking? And you go, Super High Impact. You're like, Super High Impact what? Like MMA?
Yeah, see, I'm thinking of a fighting game. I'm thinking like boxing or something along those lines. Or some type of Street Fighter game knockoff or something like that. Was not thinking football at all.
Alright, so this is going to be, I don't know, to me this is...
I'm at loss, sir. I don't have my reach for the stars, so I don't know how to do math.
Hang on, let me go look and see.
So...
Because I'm pretty sure I have not messed with reach for the stars.
Say
my brother brought a bunch of shit in here. Bear with me.
But... worst case scenario, we do have paper laying around somewhere. I can always translate it over to something else. Because I need my little thingamajig. Okay. Let's see here. Gonna look around over here.
I have no idea where your notebook is, Josh.
That's fine.
But I did bring you a new notebook.
I got this one.
So you can have reach for the moon instead of the stars.
Okay. I'm going to use the fancy pen that has all the different colors.
Okay, fair enough. And this fucking notebook will find in like 2 seconds.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. This is season 8.
This is probably your rankings.
Yep. Hook, Troy Aikman, NBA Live 98, PTO 2, Super High Impact. So we are on 85, not 86.
Okay.
So we are just stupid.
Well, I don't know because when I pull up the rankings that we have here, is I've got 5 of them ranked.
Oh, okay, then it's the 6. Which one did I miss?
What do you got?
Hook, Troy Aikman, NBA Live 98, and PTO 2.
You're missing UN Squadron.
Oh.
But I do have our rankings.
Okay.
Here. So we are on episode 86. We 40 minutes into an episode, we figured out what number we're at.
Okay, good.
Okay, with all this being said, Josh.
Hang on. Episode 86. Super High Impact.
What do you think a loose copy would bring on today's market?
Today's market, Super High Impact. And you said it's a cabinet, Super Famicom, Nintendo, and Sega.
Yes, and with that being said, it's kind of hard for me to find information on it.
Yeah.
So does that give it the super rare boost? Or does it give is it super rare or nobody cares?
Or yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Is it rare or nobody cares?
I would tell you the lowest.
Who made it? Who made this game? Was it
Midway did the cabinet and all that.
You said,
but Acclaim and Beam Software produced
Acclaim
and
and Beam.
distributed.
Acclaim's pretty solid though.
I feel like the lowest price would give it away. I'm gonna let you take a guess.
Yeah, I'll take a guess.
And I will tell you the lowest price. It was in April of 2027.
Okay, I'm gonna say this game
It has one sale per week.
Oh dear Jesus!
It completes one per month. A new is 2 per year and 1 per year on a graded.
Okay, I'm gonna say that this game here, loose out in the wild, is probably $7. $7.
This is probably going to jade you a little bit. In April 2007, a loose copy sold for 23 cents.
God dang it! Why?
So you're not too far off, just to let you know.
And that was the lowest.
Yes.
That it's been, and it was when April
of 2007.
2007.
Now, in July of 2021, it sold for $1.05.
That's more my speed. That's about how much I would pay for this game.
A loose copy, Josh.
Hang on.
The highest that it ever was
Okay.
was in December of 2023. People getting this for Christmas still.
2023.
It was $7.43.
Okay. Okay, that's roughly almost 2 years ago. I'm going to say that this game, after my original $7 inquiry, I'm going to say is 13.
It is $4.99.
Love it. That's even better.
So here, the box and the manual. Let's see if you can make a living. So there's one sale per month complete. There's one sale per year for the box and the manual.
Okay.
The box is $9.25.
Okay.
The manual is $7.34, which that is wild that you can buy the box for almost the same price as the fucking manual.
Yeah, that's weird.
The box is super cheap. The manual, I feel like it's expensive.
Yeah.
So the game's $4.99.
So
That's roughly, let's just say
$5.
What's that? $21, something like that.
Roughly. Yeah. Roughly 21.
$9.25.
It's 21 and change.
Okay.
It's like 21.60.
So if you can get a complete one, it sells one per month.
Okay.
Find out.
Complete. I'm thinking you cannot definitely make a living off of this. I honestly don't think that it's going to be more than the 21.60. I think it's going to be like a solid $15.
You're low.
I'm low?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Take your 21.60
Yeah.
and go up a little bit.
I watched The Price is Right recently, so 21.61.
A complete one sells for $22.93.
Okay, so about $23. That's not bad.
All right, so you got the new one. There's 2 sales per year. Say there's a little bit of a bump here. Apparently, they have a lot of new ones out in the wild.
Okay. What's that graded one, though?
There's one graded one sold in 2024, January 2024. I'm just going to tell you, ignore the fucking price on it because it's not going to help you. The one per year which it says per year, it's sold in 2024. This is one per century. one per decade. A graded one that was a 9.68 plus.
Oh, God.
So for $432.
Dear Jesus.
Oh my God. That is
God.
That is a fucking rip-off. I thought a new one was bad until I seen that. So don't even put that in a fucking ballpark.
I'm not.
Because there's just one sick freak out there
that is buying graded games.
If
That's
you
all
came
he's
in
doing.
and I said, it's not uncommon for you to come here and say, hey, I spent $500 on video games.
Yeah.
You'd be like, show me what cool shit you got
Yeah,
or what
what
weird
cool
and unusual.
Yeah.
If I pulled this motherfucker, say I dropped $432 on this bitch here, and I pulled this out, Josh, would you be like, what the fuck?
Yes, I would.
It would be an intervention, baby.
Especially after we played it.
Oh, my God.
Now, if we haven't played it, if it was a if it was a wild game.
I am not paying $432 for a fucking game I've not played.
This better be the best damn game on the planet.
So what do you think a new one comes down to?
I'm going to go with my old original math. I'm going times the $22.93. I'm going to round up that to $23.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm going to multiply that by 3. So I'm going to go with $69 for a new.
Low?
Okay. Low, not way low, but low.
Low. Considerably low.
Oh, god damn it.
I ain't going to say way low because way low would be $432 graded price. You're considerably low.
Okay. So then let's say a solid...
I would say your equation did not work. I would come up with a different equation.
Different equation? I don't like this at all.
I don't see how the equation you have here will equal this number is what I'm saying.
Okay, hang on. Well, okay.
So I feel like you're doing algebra and you might need to do some trigonometry.
I'm going to pull out some Arden math. Okay. So here we go. We're going to break this back down.
85 fucking episodes. And I hear for the first time about Arden math. Yep. You've got my attention.
Oh, no. Arden math was in the beginning.
Okay.
That was when we had the COVID coefficients. We had all. That's Arden. So we're going back to that.
I didn't know that them were all your principles. I thought COVID coefficient was like something that they taught nowadays.
No, absolutely
not. We're going into Ardenomics.
Yep. So let's see here. So $23 and considerably low. Times that by 3, that got me 69.
Considerably low factor.
Yep. Got to add that in there. So con low fact. Okay. And then I'm assuming there's been a spike in it for some unknown godly reasons.
I don't know that there's really been a spike in the new one. It's just the new one commands the price compared to the...
Well, the spike means that there's not many out there. So that's my whole thought process. Okay, and then I'm going to throw in the COVID coefficient. And then also the goblin.
Because somebody had the goblin.
Somebody had the goblin with this. So let's say...
By the way, that's sold with Heritage Auctions. So apparently nobody at Heritage knows shit
about it.
Now, are they really that bad? Because who would sell it? But I'm like, you got $432. So maybe you goddamn good at what you do.
So I'm going to say with all these numbers, I'm going to times this $23.
You got to put the no notebook.
No, I can't do that yet because I'm going to transfer this. This is going to be transferred over to the Reach for the Stars. Okay. I'm going to say this is a solid.
Oh, God.
Got to pull out the calculator.
There's a fucking L calculator.
I'm going to call this...
I hope you write the fucking number down exactly. No. You're...
$241.50.
Here is the biggest hint that you're going to get.
Okay.
This, I feel like, is a riddle. You are just as far off with your first guess.
As my second?
As your second.
Okay.
There's one thing they have in common. So your second guess is just as far off as your first guess.
Okay. So let's go with, but they had something in common. Okay. Is it? Hang on, doing math again. $148.93.
You've got closer because your first guess was almost immediately half of what it was.
Okay.
Your second guess
is
was almost double.
Yeah.
So a new one, 2 sales per year, is $124.99.
Okay.
So you were kind of on it on both parts. Now, I'm sure if you had the Reach for the Stars notebook, you would probably be all over it. You would have hit it right on the first guess.
I'm all out of sorts. New notebook. Don't like it.
So
I don't like the footprints on the moon.
So $124.99. The end of the day, I'm going to ask you, it's $4.99, Josh. You taking $2, or are you going to take the game?
I keep the card at that point in time. I think it's worth the plastic.
I would too, but if it was at the damn junk store and it's $5,
I'm not paying for it.
The problem is if I look at it and the fucking label's minty, I'll probably buy it.
Oh, well,
if that thing's scuzzed up where you got pissed off at your brother and you threw it across the room, there's a big rip down it, or there's a dick drawn on the side of it, I'm probably passing it.
Or even the little yellow nicotine can to it.
It's a $2 game.
Yeah,
if it looked like it was never been played, I'd probably buy it for $5.
Yeah,
and I would never play it. Period.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not that great. So here is your rankings from last week, Josh.
Okay.
You have UN Squadron number 1, Hook number 2, Troy Aikman number 3, NBA Live 98, and then PTO.
Okay.
I'm pretty close to you. I have UN Squadron, Hook, NBA Live 98, then Troy Aikman, then PTO 2.
Okay.
So I've not even looked to where I'm going to rank this.
I know exactly where I'm putting this. I already know.
I've got 1 or 2 spots, so you talk me through it because I don't know which one I'm going with.
So,
but it's not as good as UN Squadron.
No, it's
not as good as Hook. I'm going to go on that. So you're really going to put it in between NBA Live 98, Troy Aikman football, and PTO 2. And I'm going to tell you, I think NBA Live is miles ahead of this game.
And also, PTO is definitely light years ahead of this game.
PTO 2 is?
No, I'm joking.
I was going to say, holy shit.
I'm joking.
I was like, I had to go back and rethink this.
I'm joking. No, PTO and NBA Live is 100%.
That you in Squadron?
Yeah, but I said that's the breaker, is because NBA Live was a good game. The main things I remember about NBA Live 98 that I didn't really enjoy is I didn't like the courtside view, the way the angle was, even though you could change that. I'm just not a basketball fan. That's also another difference. Troy Aikman was pretty fun, but I think it's better than this game. So, and I think I like this game just a little bit more than NBA, just because I'm more of a football fan, I guess. And this is also the successor to the Blitz League, I'm assuming.
Somewhat. I mean,
we'd have to do a hard digging into that to figure it out, but I enjoyed the Blitz games themselves.
So you're telling me that this is the 3rd best game?
No, 4th.
4th.
Yeah, 4th.
NBA Live, you say you got ahead of
move it down. Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to think you were saying NBA Live was better than this, or was worse than this. That's where I was having a problem.
Yeah, no.
I was about to slap shit out of you, to be honest. I was just holding it together over here.
No.
So, part of this, my ranking that's going to be different than yours is because of our philosophy on this, because of where we have our bottom 3, because I think NBA Live 98 is a better game than Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
And I agree. NBA Live all the way around is a better production. For the money, NBA Live is way more polished in this game.
Yeah.
So PTO is by far the worst one of the season. So it comes down to what's better, Super High Impact and Troy Aikman. And so I'm going to put the asterisk next to Troy Aikman and say Troy Aikman's probably a better football game. But I'm going to put Super High Impact above Troy Aikman for the fact of Troy Aikman, as far as a bona fide football game, there's better football games on the Super Nintendo. So
yeah,
I think Super High Impact is going to fail just the same as Troy Aikman, as I wrote down here, Tory Aikman. It's going to have the same problems. It's going to be not much higher than Troy, but it's like I give them a little bit of points for trying something a little different.
Yeah.
There's going to be the same games that are better than Troy Aikman's, probably going to be better than Super High Impact. I feel like Troy Aikman's gets lost in the shuffle. And when we start talking about football games, when we're at like game number 300, and we're talking about football games, I think we're going to talk about the good football games and Super High Impact because it sets itself aside a little bit. I feel like Troy Aikman football will be forgotten about in the mix.
I agree with that.
So that's why I give Super High Impact number 4. Now with no speed runs or anything of that sort. Now I know last week we were calling Mega Man Soccer and Super Tennis. What do you think we're getting this week, Josh?
So I'm still sticking with my season of the sports.
Okay.
So I see we got Super High Impact football game.
Okay.
It's a fighting game. I'm thinking boxing or wrestling. Those are the two I'm going with.
Boxing or wrestling?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to make a prediction of the game in honor of my Lego Game Boy that's in there. We are going to get a game that was released on Game Boy. Now, mind you, if it's Kirby, it may not be the same Kirby game that was released on Game Boy.
Yeah, but
it will be a game that Kirby has a game on Game Boy.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure there's probably a Madden Game Boy game. So, it might not be Madden 98. But there will, the franchise that we draw
will be on Game
will be it. So, that'll give us most of our A-listers.
Looney Tunes, Donkey Kong,
Kirby,
Mario's.
And it will also give
Zelda.
us our sports games.
Yep.
A lot of them. So that's what I'm going to go with. A game that's franchise has a Game Boy game.
Yeah, that has a handheld.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to go with. You got boxing or wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
I got one that's got a Game Boy tie-in somehow.
All right.
Coming back at you next week.
Let's do it.